my colleague. So it's an exciting time, a very important topic. There's not a lot of data out there in regards to web accessibility. WebAIM does some surveys around it. So to have an understanding, a pulse of how many websites are accessible, how many apps are accessible, is a very challenging thing to wrap your mind around. But data is getting better out there, and we're starting to understand things. As a nonprofit, in the international nonprofit that focuses on accessibility, obviously everything that we touch from the digital standpoint has to be accessible for our customers. And it's challenging, frankly. It's challenging because I can tell you, last 2 years looking and auditing over 20 different LMS, learning management systems, or association management systems, to ensure that we had the right fit that was equal for everyone to access all services and all benefits. We work with organizations as well as individuals, so this is crucial. And I will tell you, it was frustrating because we couldn't find a lot of the applications that we needed, and we had to kind of create our own or tweak a particular application to make it accessible. And we have a long way still to go. But the speakers that you're hearing today are all about integrating accessibility into their products. And I'll tell you what, that saves time and it saves money in the long run. The individuals and the organizations that come into IWP and become members, they get it. They get the need for accessibility, integration to web and applications. The ones that are on the fringe, the individual developers, the web developers, and the organizations that, I'm thinking about joining IWP and getting a part of this larger community that we have, are still struggling and they're still making excuses. And we hear a lot of those excuses. We hear that, we can't possibly prioritize accessibility. It's on the list, but we've got 4 or 5 other things in front of it, or it's too costly. Or the fact that the developing accessible products slow down the development process and makes us less competitive. I can tell you one thing that we've learned as a community, if you're in this community, is accessibility equals, and I love to use equals as that's the Access Israel logo, equals innovation. Accessibility equals innovation. And we know that it drives innovation. You think about over the last decades, when you have assistive technology companies that have worked with developers to actually develop a product that can navigate the applications. For example, if you have somebody who has mobility problems that can't use a mouse or the keyboards the same way as some other of us does, these assistive technology devices like software, like eye-gazing software or voice recognition software, that connection between those those assistive technology developers and web developers and app developers have come together to make platforms more accessible, whether it's the layout or the labeling or the contacts, it become more accessible. So we know it drives it. And we've seen these assistive technologies move into, like, for example, voice recognition to the medical field or the legal field. So there's so much going on in this. We also know that if you build in the life cycle, into the life cycle of development, that accessibility, and you use individuals with functional limitations, whether it's sensory mobility, or cognitive, whatever it may be, that it's more likely that the product, the application, the website is going to last longer. It's going to stand the test of time. We know that. And if you don't do that, we know that you're going to have to come back and reprogram things and so on. So that's something that's so important. So there's a lot to be thinking about when you listen to these very innovative individuals out there. And the products. It's pretty exciting. I want to end with a phrase that I keep kind of next to my desk, and it was something I picked up in a blog a couple years ago, and I think it speaks volume of what we're talking about here today. It's innovation shouldn't just be about making cool stuff, right? It shouldn't be just making cool stuff. It should be about making cool stuff for everybody. So enjoy the webinar, ask questions, get engaged, stay involved with all our great partners, Access Israel, the Zero Project, Valuable 500, and fill out that survey, the Deborah Rue Global Impact Survey, and get engaged. So thank you very much. It's great to partner